Hi guys, welcome back to my live. It's me Komal and thank you so much for tuning in today. Before you guys ask me about what we're gonna do today, I just quickly wanted to tell you all that I have a lot of lives coming up this week. So make sure that you tune in and you stay and watch all the different topics because I have some pretty interesting stuff cooking. Coming back to today's live, first of all, welcome. Hi Mayank. Thank you for joining. Hi Virat. Thank you for joining. For today's session, since it's a Sunday and everybody is chilling at home, I thought of doing something different simply because I was extremely curious about it, and that's about tarot cards. So, if you have read tarot cards or gotten a reading before, or if you do tarot cards, or if you want to know more about tarot cards, then this live is definitely for you. Stick around. Also, tarot cards is something that was very intriguing to me because it's not directly a form of fortune, like it is sort of fortune telling, but it's always had this novelty, that entire suspense of having that card being picked up and all of that. Thank you so much Mayank for the comment. I can see Akshita's also joined. Hi Akshita, hello. Hi Decoding Live, thank you for joining. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about my guest for today. I have this really sweet person joining me today who is a tarot maestro, if I may say. Her name's Sakshi, and she runs this page called Tarot by Sakshi, and she's gonna be joining us today and talking about the different myths around tarot cards, and of course definitely what tarot cards are and how they function and all of that. I hope that, hi Sonali, thank you for joining. So I hope that you guys are interested enough, and I'm gonna get her on call quickly before any more delay, and we're gonna join. So I'll just quickly get her here. So in the meantime, I hope you guys are having a good weekend, and I hope you guys are gearing up because especially if you're in Bombay, because the lockdown is gonna be lifted soon, and I'm pretty excited for that. Okay, I can see Sakshi's already joined me. Hi Sakshi, just give me a minute. So I'm just gonna add Sakshi to the live, and then we're gonna talk about tarot cards. So okay, I'm just connecting with Sakshi. Hi, Kritesh. Thank you for joining. Hi,
Hey,
Sakshi.
Komal. Hi, hey, how are you?
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, Sakshi, tell us what is tarot? And the minute somebody says tarot cards or tarot reading, there's suddenly a lot of
Right.
mystique and curiosity all around it. So, what exactly is tarot?
So basically, tarot cards are fortune telling cards. There are a deck of 78 cards which are full of symbols and mystic images that kind of lead your way into the future, into the unseen to answer your questions.
So, how did you get into the whole tarot card, tarot reading game?
Okay, so a friend of mine about 7 years back gave me a set of tarot cards as a present.
Wow.
And it was, just as luck would have it, I was also looking, to pick up a new hobby, and it was just in front of me. So, it just seemed ideal, and that is how I got introduced to tarot.
So I've heard this plenty of times. I don't know whether it's true or not, but I believe
Right.
maybe it's a myth that tarot cards are not supposed to be bought. Only if somebody gifts them to you can you use them and function with them correctly. Is it true?
Okay, so Komal, as you know, tarot is surrounded, is shrouded in actually mystery. So, yes, it is true. A lot of people say that, at least your first deck should be gifted. But I've recently purchased, a new deck for myself. So, you can go either way. There's really not, any superstition of that sort.
Wow, nice, interesting. So now that we have cleared out our theme for today and spoken about tarot, why don't we just buzz in and say hi to all the people who've joined us here today?
Hey, everyone.
So we have Kritesh. Hi Nandini. Hi Shreyash. Hi Sunita. Thank you for joining.
Hello.
Hello everyone. Okay, so moving on. Uh, tell
Yeah.
me. a little bit more about how is tarot card different from any other form of fortune telling? Let's say maybe numerology or astrology, or people even do different kinds of readings. So how is tarot so
Right.
different?
So tarot, the history of tarot cards is actually pretty deep rooted in time. And unlike other forms of astrology, like you mentioned, numerology and maybe angel healing or other forms of fortune telling, here
Right.
we have cards that have symbols, and every symbol corresponds to some aspect of your life. It could be, your emotions or your career, or it really covers everything that surrounds a human being in their lives.
And how do you so let's say if somebody is interested in getting a tarot card reading, so how do you go about it exactly? What happens when you have deck of cards, and how do you how do you go with the entire process? Tell us a little bit about that.
Right. Okay, so it's actually pretty interesting, and I have my cards here, so allow me to just, give you a peek into that. So you can see this is a deck. We've got 78 cards over here. And what we do is, so like I have a querent, which is the person who's asking me a question. So,
Okay.
I'll ask them to meditate, close their eyes, allow their energies to kind of, just flow through these cards, and then I will start shuffling them. So, I
Okay.
shuffle them in this manner, and you see I'm reversing certain cards as I go, because with tarot, if you draw out a straight card, like, if I draw out this card, which is the card of the
Okay.
Emperor, it has
Mm-hmm.
one meaning. However, if the card is drawn out like this, which is reversed, the meaning changes. So it's read, which actually determines, how your tarot is going to be read. So that is how we go about with it.
Okay, and so when you shuffle your cards, or like when the querent, or when the person who's asking the question, when the person is meditating and when you're shuffling your cards, how exactly, like, when do you know that you want to stop and start spread, or when do you know whether to reverse the cards or not? Like, how does it work? Is it some sort of a mental connection, or what is it exactly?
So, okay, so tarot is all about energy. Komal, how we go about with it is, I ask my querent to meditate, and they will meditate till they're sure that, their energies and the question on their minds is kind of percolated throughout the cards. And that is when I ask them to, tell me. In the meantime, I can, I don't ask them up front because I want them to have their time with the question. And I will, in
Right.
the meantime, meditate about, I would just want the highest energies to, surround us, to kind of guide us. And then we start the shuffling process. Even during shuffling, it's just, as I go, it's just, something that comes to me, and we just take it as it comes. So there's nothing predefined. There's no that, I have to shuffle straight
Right.
wise, and so that is how it is.
Okay, but okay, so I wanted to ask, is there some type of questions that you can ask, like what, or cannot ask? Because, or what, in what way, in what manner should a person ask questions when they want to get a tarot reading done?
Okay, so Komal, that is in fact, I think what I would also want to tell a lot of people about, because mostly people come to me with really specific kind of problems, like
Okay.
I'm stuck in a place, and am I going to get a promotion, or should I switch jobs, or will I get married to X and Y person? And that's not actually the ideal way to extract the maximum benefit out of these cards, because
Okay.
these cards can really show you a wider path than you can even comprehend at this moment. So what I suggest, my querents, is that you come up to me with a question which is slightly more broad based, in the
Okay.
sense that instead of asking me whether you'll get a promotion in your current job or not, you could ask
Okay.
me something like, okay, so Sakshi, I'm confused about my career. Can we know how it's going to evolve over the next, let's say, 5 or 7 years?
Right.
That way, you're opening your possibilities from a mere yes promotion, no promotion, to a
Okay.
promotion, a transfer, a switch of jobs, or maybe in a higher education. So your scope broadens, and
Right.
you can get more info out of the cards as well.
But okay, so since you mentioned that there's, the scope is more broader and people
Yes.
can ask questions to point them in a particular direction.
Right.
Like, what happens if somebody's having like a doubt and they come to get a reading done? Like, if somebody's already in a confused state and they come to get a reading done.
Okay, so even that is something that we can, look into. So I think what you're talking about is a person who doesn't really have a specific question, but kind of wants to just know about everything.
Right.
So, so if a person, if any of our followers or anybody who's in this live kind of has that problem, they can always DM me because we have layouts. So if you have a generic doubt or you just want to know stuff, there are
Okay.
different services that you can avail. And so we can always personalize depending on the person's situation and what they really seek.
Okay.
Yes.
Since you mentioned that there's a different way of asking the question, I have to completely ask you this, and this is something I read a few days ago. Is that
Okay.
does a person have to honestly be psychic or have like greater sense, sixth sense to actually be able to read tarot, or anybody can do it? Is it true or is it a myth?
Okay, so you're asking me something which is like a trade secret. So I'm not really going to answer that. But yes,
Okay.
of course, being psychic is a huge, huge advantage.
Okay.
I would not say reading is like witchcraft or it's occult, but it's really not that. It is more spiritual than anything else. However, it is not so mechanical that just about anyone can pick up the deck and read the cards and their meanings and start
Right.
reading. So of course you do kind of need to have that psychic ability as well, and also the art of interpreting things in various manners. You have to be approachable because again there's this conception that people have because tarot is quite a Western concept compared to
Right.
Jyotish and the Hindu
A
form of
lot more.
astrology, Vedic
Yes.
astrology, very very Western concept, and we have this notion of a tarot card reader, like long wavy hair and maybe like a glaringly absurd makeup and scary looking woman that you can't really approach. So I also want to really say that it doesn't have to be that bad.
It's
It
more
could
like
be so.
voodoo. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not scary for sure, but it is definitely not just picking up a set of cards and reading into it.
So, you were explaining a little few minutes ago that that a card can come in any form. Like, it can
Right,
either be a straight card or it can come reversed. Like how
right,
the image can be the same, but it can still mean different things. So, how
right.
does that work? And so I've heard this somewhere, but I don't know whether it's true or not. But I've heard that reverse cards are always bad luck. Like they might not always be a good sign. So, what is your take on that?
Okay, so I've also heard that quite a lot. And the answer to the question is that no, reverse cards are not something to be scared about because these cards, they really don't tell you what the future is going to be. They're more
Right.
revealing in nature in the sense, they will tell you what the future might be. So, if you know what your future might be, whether it's straight or it's reverse, you can be better prepared for it. So, they
Right.
guide you in that manner. And yes, there are certain cards which, when drawn out reversed, actually mean well. They, their meaning is better compared to,
Okay.
cards. If the same card was drawn out straight, the meaning would have been more negative, I would say. So,
Okay.
reverse cards are not to be scared of. Yes.
So, guys, if you guys want like a tarot reading or if you guys want to know more, then you definitely know that reverse cards is not something to be worried about. And we'll talk more about what happens when you get a reading and what are the other different things to look out for. But in the meantime, Sakshi, tell me something. Have you gotten like a tarot reading done for yourself? Like, is it possible to do it?
Okay, so I can't read my own cards, in the
Okay.
sense like a doctor cannot diagnose his own ailment. One
Right.
shouldn't. Because, what will happen is that, if I draw out a positive card, because it's me that's, interpreting it also, I will probably paint a rosier picture than what should be. And should I
True.
get a negative card, I'll probably feel gloomier about it than I should be. So I ought not to draw my own cards. However, I can approach another reader for my reading. So, although there's people
Interesting.
say there's a hard and fast rule about it that,
Right.
tarot card readers cannot and should not read their own cards. But I think one shouldn't because, you will probably not be very objective with it.
Yeah, like you tend to get more biased because it's your own reading, so you tend to sway in
Exactly.
a certain direction. I
Exactly.
completely agree to that. So,
Right.
there's this one more thing I wanted to know. I mean, and this is something that I thought was for me. Like for a
Okay.
person who is really, maybe like there are a lot of us sometimes we are very keen on getting something really specific for ourselves,
Mhm.
or we
Okay.
want something really specific in the future, and we want to like manifest that into the future. So how
Right.
accurate is the tarot card reading, or if I were to say that, how specific can the future be told with the tarot cards?
Here, Komal, I would like to tell you about how tarot works. Like,
Okay,
how do we peek into the future? And
great.
that is like, like in life, there is no concept of time. Okay, in the universe, there is no concept of time. There's no time.
True.
Yesterday, what was today, will tomorrow be, the past. So, it's kind of intermingled. There's no time. But as human beings, as mere mortals, right now we have defined this time as our present. What tarot does is that, let's say, somebody comes to me with a problem. Let's take that example of a person who's seeking a promotion. Okay,
Right.
so now this person comes to me and wants to know about their promotion or the likelihood of being promoted. Now, the future, or what we call in tarot the unseen, has already
Right.
seen the answer. The future knows the answer to your question.
Okay.
So if there is enough clarity in your thought while you were meditating and letting the
Mhm.
energies pass through the cards, and if the future knows your answer for sure, we can definitely zero in on it in the reading itself.
Okay.
However, there are certain questions that have not been resolved in the unseen. Let's say it's about somebody's health and whether somebody will come out of it or succumb to it. Those
Right.
sort of things, if have not yet been resolved in the unseen, cannot be. So, we can't tell something that's not resolved in the future. If
Right.
the future doesn't have answers, we'll probably not be able to make sense of the reading. We'll draw vague cards that don't make sense. But that is how it works. So, if you ask me something which is really small in terms of the universe, let's say getting a job, going for a higher education,
Right.
moving places, maybe we can get a very very accurate answer. But if you were to
Right.
ask me something which is slightly larger than, let's say, slightly a larger concern, uh, like something like, okay, my father has XYZ ailment, is he going to get better?
Right.
That sort of a thing we really have to be very very cautious about, because you know and also I would like to mention, Komal, that a lot of times we say that okay, so my tarot prediction has been like good, so I'm not going to, like, let's say, somebody asked for an exam, whether I'm going to clear it or not, and I said, okay, it does seem to be a possibility that
Right.
you clear this exam. And this person says, oh, I've got like a really, really nice tarot reading. I'm going to shut my books, throw them on the side. Well,
Right.
Sakshi said I'm going to, kind of like clear the exam. But tarot is not a substitute for action.
Right.
I can tell you what might happen, but to get on that path, you will have to work. So
Right.
that is how it is.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's a very, very interesting example that you gave, because a lot of kids and a lot of people who are still in their school days right now are
Yes.
having like a gala time because of the lockdown. And once everything's
Yes.
gonna open, I think everyone's gonna be having a really difficult time getting back on routine. Sakshi, we'll
Right.
just buzz in and say hi to a lot more people who joined us again.
All right.
Hi, Dhanraj is here who's joined us. There's Devangi. Hi, Devangi.
Hello,
Hi,
all of
Nihar.
you.
Hi, Nihar. Hi, Arunabha. Hi, Binny. Hi, Gina. Okay, there's like a lot of people who joined us here. Hi,
Okay.
Nikhil. Hi, Akhil. Hello. Thank you for joining. Hi, Zubair. Hi, Bollywood. Hi, Suman Pandey. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Anshul. Thank you for joining us. So, if let's say somebody has to ask you a question, and
Right.
then they want, like, they're waiting for an answer. So
Yeah.
I know, like, the you clarified that the entire, that scary lady and all that is not there, but there's still
Yes.
a certain way that the cards are spread out, right? Or is there like a certain technique that is followed, right? So what are the
Right.
different types of spreads or techniques?
Okay, so there could be numerous, and every spread or every layout, as I call it in general terms, so that more people understand, can be interpreted depending on what the question is or what the query is. So we have a
Right.
simple three-card spread. It could be, a past, present, future spread. It could
Okay.
be about, your circumstance, what you should do, and what the outcome is going to be. So that's the basic three-card spread.
Right.
We can have a cross spread that is
Mm-hmm.
for 6 cards, a horseshoe spread that is 7 cards. We have 13 cards, 22 cards, 10
Okay.
cards. So a lot of variety and a lot of, it's just a deck of 78 cards, it's just these many cards. But they're so versatile and so dynamic that, depending on where they come out in the spread, their meaning changes. It can be adapted from question to question. So it's something which is really alive and really, really organic and growing at all times.
Interesting. So these three different, they're actually quite legit. Like, all of these three different spreads actually relate to different aspects of the human life, actually. So I think
Yes.
that is very interesting how, these calculations are based on it. I think it's
Yeah.
very intriguing, actually. So tell us, Sakshi, if somebody had to say get a tarot reading done, how would they, get hold of a tarot tarot card reader, or how would they approach somebody who's into tarot cards and tell them that they want to get a reading done?
Okay, so that kind of depends on, how you want to go about it. And right now, since we're here, I'm going to talk about myself. So, if anybody
Okay.
out there wants to get a tarot card reading, okay, let's first talk about the kind of people that should get a reading.
Right.
If you're facing any problem in terms of, your career, in your professional life, whether it is in terms of, finances, and if you're, let's say, involved in a lawsuit, or there is some trouble at home, interpersonal relations with your spouse, with your in-laws, with
Right.
children, or if you're having certain health concerns. So all people who are facing any sort of anxiety, confusion, dilemma, just distress, or just plain curious to know about any and every aspect of their life, can contact me, because I have services available for all of these issues. And how we go about it is, we'll book an appointment. I do tarot reading over video calls, and which is especially beneficial, in the times of social distancing and this pandemic that we're
Absolutely.
all going through. So, it's going to be like this. The other person is, there with me. We're live. I'll ask you the question. I'll, ask you to meditate. We'll shuffle the cards. You'll tell me when to stop. I'll spread them out. And then, as we go along, I'll ask you questions, and hopefully help you get to an answer for your query.
Nice. So I think,
Yeah.
Sakshi, with all of this information that you've given us, actually, I'm pretty sure I'm very interested in getting a tarot card reading done soon. But
Yeah.
I will take you up on that offline. But other than
Yeah.
that, thank you so much for joining us here today, for taking out time and joining us on my live.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for having me. It's been wonderful and great experience.
Lovely. And any last thoughts, any last words you'd like to share with us before we sign off?
So yes, I would just like to say that, life can be uncertain, but you don't have to step into the future with that uncertainty.
Right.
So, tarot is always there to guide you, to help you, to kind of ease you into the future the best way you should be.
And especially now is, I think, the most uncertain time of all. So I mean, any kind of help or any kind of support is always welcome. And I think
Yes.
I think that goes for everyone. I'm sure you guys are gonna agree. All of you guys are watching. I'm sure you guys agree that right now everything is like super uncertain. So it's always great to have like a helping hand, and if needed, a little bit of fortune telling is also amazing, isn't it? So
Yes, I'm sure people can gain from it.
so that's all for today, Sakshi. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Thanks for having
I
me.
found something really interesting and important facts. And I realized that tarot is not just some mystical thing, it's also understanding and a lot of calculations involved. So, which is great. Thank you
Yeah.
once again for being a part of this live show.
Thanks for having me, Komal. Have a good day.
You too, Sakshi. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
So, guys, that was Sakshi, and she wanted to talk about the tarot card readings that she does, and she also explained what are the different types of tarot card readings that are done. And if you guys found this session interesting, then please put them down in the comments below. And if you guys would like to see more content, then please let me know, because I would love to know more. Also, guys, if you have any suggestions of any different kind of topics that I should do a live on, then please don't hesitate to let me know. That's all for today, guys. Before I sign off, I just wanted to inform you guys and give you all a heads up that I'm going live at 7 today on the WAH Delhi page. You can check out their profile, and I'm going to be interviewing an interesting musician. So if you guys are up for a little bit of Sunday music, then make sure you tune in to the WAH Delhi page at 7 p.m. That's all for today, guys. Bye bye. Take care. It's me, Komal.